Can you imagine being in combat with a bunch of women? I mean, can you imagine that? Do you know how much women fight with each other? I mean, let's just get real. Feminism wants you to deny reality. Men don't have uteruses and can't have babies. And women in no culture ever have been conscripted into frontline combat. Yes, when societies get overrun and when your country is falling, you will then start arming women and putting them into the fight. Hitler did that. Conscripted hundreds of thousands of women in the defense of German cities with phosphorus-tipped RPGs. And I talked to old World War II vets that I deer hunt with, who were friends of my grandfather, who would tell the stories of having to cut down women that, quote, looked like Marilyn Monroe, and how much it upset them to cut women in half with their machine guns on top of their tanks. One told a story of this woman coming out in a black mink coat, looked like Marilyn Monroe. And they said, looks like she's got a weapon. And she opens it up and starts to raise her rifle. And at 20 feet away with that machine gun on top of that tank, cut her in half. That's another thing. How barbarous is it to put women in combat? It's barbarous to put men into it, but if you've got to do it, you do it. Men are designed to kill. Men are designed to hunt. Men are designed to see other men getting killed around them and keep it together. Women are not designed for that. Women have 3 times the connections on average between left and right hemisphere of the brain. That makes them intuitive. It makes them be able to keep track of a lot of things in a family, but it does not, on average, give women a predisposition to be able to focus on one task at hand and carry it out like a man can. That's the difference. And they're now saying that's sexist to talk about brain scans they've had for 30 years, and they've known this for even longer. In fact, there have been surgeries that have been done where they sever the connections between the left and right hemisphere in the cerebral cortex, and it will turn a man or a woman into a total and complete sociopath. There is a reason that men are several hundred times more predisposed to commit rape, to commit murder, to commit armed robbery. Most serial killers are men. So I'm not here saying men are better than women. We're just different. We have less connections between left and right hemisphere. That's why it's easier for us to become, genetically, if we're born predisposed, psychopaths, sociopaths. But conversely, women are more easily manipulated in every major psychological study. Why do you think 81% of Western advertising targets women? Because you get more bang for your buck targeting women. I'm just giving you the secrets here of how women operate, because I'm going off on a jag here just looking at this article. But the real reason the military is upset, let me give you the news flash. The military for 6 years is being publicly trained for national gun confiscation and to be deployed domestically to take on gun owners, the Tea Party, returning veterans, Christians, libertarians, conservatives. It's been all over the news. We broke it 6, 7 years ago, but it's all over the news. Wall Street Journal, Associated Press, Forbes. The war against the Tea Party. Pentagon prepares to fight its main enemy, the Tea Party. Its main enemy, the veterans. The military is being called in and being trained to take on the American people. They call the officers in, and even non-commissioned, and have meetings bad-mouthing the founders, bad-mouthing George Washington, and the troops are sitting back going, I got a Purple Heart back at barracks for when I got hit with shrapnel a few years ago in Afghanistan, and I was given a commendation, and my daddy's got it one. George Washington's on it. He's on it. Because he founded the U.S. Army. They're freaking out because they know our government's funding al-Qaeda and ISIS. That's why Obama has a 10 to 15% approval rating in the U.S. military. Not because they're trying to, turn it into a gay orgy or put women in frontline combat. It's all just to screw the military up. And the military knows that. It's not that they're obsessed with gays.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
The CDC just announced flu vaccines may have the wrong strain of flu virus. You may not be protected. Whatever your lifestyle, your immune system is critical, and Immudyne provides your immune support. Doctor recommended, stimulant-free, and not found in pharmacies. Go to Immudyne.com to find out more or to place an order, or call 866-257-8668. That's IMMUDYNE.com or 866-257-8668. Remember, Immudyne is key support for your immune system.
Every year we make resolutions to lose weight and get in shape. And the truth is, it's hard, even with diet and exercise, because of toxic food in our environment that is stressing our bodies more than ever before. Working with experts in nutrition and biochemistry, I found that super high-quality nutraceuticals, in addition to my diet and exercise, were the answers that synergistically worked. I can see the drastic changes every day with the amount of weight I've lost, my increased stamina, and more of a twinkle in my eye. That's why we are now so excited to launch the InfoWars Life Resolution Pack, combining 3 essential formulations: oxygen-based cleanser Oxy Powder, the Secret 12 bioavailable vitamin B12, and your choice of super female or super male vitality. Now all available at a discounted price to you and your family to bring in the new year and make 2015 a true success. That's InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. 2015 is the year to do it, and it all starts at InfoWarsLife.com.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool: a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness: the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it, and that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. SilverLungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at SilverLungs.com. That's SilverLungs.com.
When the day comes where the world changes forever, you can be ready at a moment's notice. With Survivalist Camps, the ultimate fully functional off-the-grid survival bug-out house that's completely mobile and ready to go. All the comforts of an RV, but custom built to outlast any other trailer. Learn more at survivalistcamps.com. Due to overwhelming response, limited inventory is available. Be ready with survivalistcamps.com. Survivalist Camps, providing your basic needs to survive.
Here's what I want to do. We've got the latest on the rollout of tyranny in response to the 20 dead in France. We've got the latest on Russia and the economy. We've got Harry Dent joining us to break that down in the third hour. Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, former editor of the Wall Street Journal. And, of course, Father of Reaganomics is popping in for 20 minutes at the start of the next hour. But I do want to open the phones up in this hour for first-time callers who are specifically veterans or who are currently actively serving. to correct me if I'm wrong, but I've talked to thousands of vets over the last 6-7 years of Obama. I have a lot of family that's currently in the military. I'll just leave it at that, in very secretive operations. And they've relayed to me what's happening. I've talked to Joe Biggs, who's got a lot of active duty sources. We might as well just get Joe to come in here. Am I wrong in saying Obama has the lowest approval rating of any U.S. president since polling began 100 years ago, as reported by the Military Times, because he's training the military to go after guns and engage in tyranny? And because he's opened up our borders, and because he is putting our military under NATO command and telling Congress they have no authority, and because he has engaged in treason, and they know he is a socialist globalist selling this country out. I mean, look, you can say what you want about Petraeus, but Petraeus has been completely set up with this girlfriend. He was being watched. That's what the NSA is being used to do, is to target people. And Eric Holder has no business with his huge history of corruption. He's supposed to already be gone as AG, to now be going after and looking at indicting General Petraeus. In fact, I need to cover that some today. That's why he's so incredibly unpopular, is that Obama really is at war with this country. And the coup de grace, the final stroke, the creme de la creme of the reason the military is so unhappy, the scum of the scum, what makes them so upset is that they know ISIS is al-Qaeda, and our government has been giving them aid and turning them loose to overthrow our allies, you name it, and kill Christians and non-radical Muslims en masse. Now, the way the Military Times spins this is you're not supposed to ask active duty if they disagree with the president or not, because you can get court-martialed for that. So 55% said they disapprove, but when they asked, do you approve, only 15%. And I'll guarantee you it's more like 5% approve and more like 90% disapprove or more, because you're asking a group that doesn't like to not follow orders. And generally, you don't want the military criticizing the president because they're active duty and that's their job. But when you have a traitor president who's disregarding the entire Bill of Rights and Constitution, waging war against the sovereignty of the country, doubling the debt of the nation that took 240 years to develop, doubling it in 7 years, bankrupting the country with Obamacare, doubling the number of people on food stamps, ordering the Border Patrol to legalize illegals by fiat and give them money to be put on Greyhound buses and brought into the country, then it is your duty to say no. Let me tell you something. Obama orders you to do national gun confiscation or something. It's a no-brainer you don't follow that order. That is treason. If the president orders you to, say, arrest 10,000 American citizens, and they've done this before with Japanese, who've been here 3-4 generations, it was a tragedy. But let's say they just randomly say, arrest this list of libertarians, they were behind a terror attack. You can bet we're not behind the terror attack. But you can also understand the military is not supposed to come grab us and disappear us. We're supposed to be indicted by a grand jury, federal or state, and then brought before the judge, and we get a defense. You do not arrest people politically. Do you understand that? The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, jurisprudence, our way of life, Americana is an order. Directly from 1776, you are ordered to follow the Declaration of Independence, Constitution, Bill of Rights. You are ordered by President George Washington. You are ordered by right through to Ronald Reagan. Your orders still stand. Do not violate the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Follow that oath. And I know you want to follow it. And you see that president crapping all over it from one end to the other. And you're upset, and that's why you don't like Obama. Not about the red herring of you just don't like gay people. No, it's because you don't like a tyrant. We should start a new meme. Officers and enlisted should cover your faces, hold up the meme, like you did a few years ago. You won't fight for al-Qaeda in Syria, saying, we dislike Obama because he's a tyrant. That needs to be a new meme, so they're not speaking for you. We're going to give the number out and take your calls when we come back.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run.